everybody. Are you wondering if you need a professional photographer to take pictures of you and your products for your branding? I think I know a thing or two about booking and hiring someone for your professional photos. And even better yet, do you even need professional photos taken of your products? Especially if you are enrolled in the dessert photography course, how to use a smartphone to capture beautiful photos of your desserts. Stick around. Hey, I'm Monique with Gotta Have Cake. Used to be a baker turned photographer. Now I teach bakers and treat makers how to take beautiful photos of their desserts using just their smartphone. And today we're going to talk about photography, hiring a professional photographer. Is it necessary? I mean, Monique, what are you doing? You do teach a course on how to use my smartphone on how to take beautiful photos. So why are you even talking about a professional? Like, I don't get it. Like, make it make sense. Okay, here's the thing. Yes, I am a photographer. Yes, I do teach a course on how to capture beautiful photos using your smartphone. But I also know that hiring a brand photographer, a professional photographer to capture your images, especially for your top sellers, is utmost important. All right, so hear me out. Hiring a professional photographer is so important because it helps you bring out brand visibility. With a professional photographer, and we're going to go into another video where I'm going to share tips on what to look for when you're hiring a professional brand photographer. But with the brand photographer, they should be able to help you bring out your voice of your brand to create brand visibility. What that means is that when someone sees like your website or your content or whatever it is, they automatically know, hey, that's Gotta Have Cake. That's Monique stuff, or hey, that's such and such stuff, because everything is pretty much cohesive as far as like your brand aesthetics in your photos. Also, hiring a professional photographer is so beneficial because it allows, okay, let's face it, a photographer knows exactly, hopefully, what they're doing. So they're able to take one photo and give it to you, as you make your purchase for your photos, they give it to you and you're able to use it on your website, on your social media, because it's, if the photo needs to be stretched out, it's not going to be pixelated, it's going to appear blurry. Hopefully that won't be the case, especially if you're hiring a professional photographer. They know exactly the different type of file formats or how to format the file in order to give it to you so that it could be versatile as far as where you want to post the photo. Like, as I stated before, such as your website, your social media, if you have any prints in a magazine, or even printouts, like if you're doing like a convention and they're able to blow up your photo very tall and wide, they know exactly what to do in the type of file format to give you in order to make that happen. A brand photographer helps you tell a story about your brand through visual images. Hiring a brand photographer will show your personality through photos, or at least you want to find someone that's good at storytelling through images. Those different types of shot that shows your personality, talks more about your brand, allows your potential client to even determine if they want to do business with you. Brand photographer, especially mine, Amelie, I'm going to throw you out there, but my brand photographer was amazing because she gave what you want to look for in a brand photographer is that you want to make sure that this brand photographer can give you ideas and tips on how to utilize the images for different marketing purposes. An excellent brand photographer will help you with posing. I know my brand photographer at the Branded Boss Lady. Yeah, check her out. My photographer, the Branded Boss Lady, she was amazing. I went into the photo shoot not knowing what to do, kind of stiff, like, she's like, smile. I didn't know what to do. So she coached me through the whole process. And so you want to make sure that whoever you hire for your brand photographer, they're able, and this is in regards to, head shots, full body shots, personality shots, and also taking photos of your items, your dessert, whatever it is that you make. Taking photos of those things too, because you want to make sure that whatever you're selling that those images, you know, speak about the brand. It speaks towards the brand. Those images are crisp, clean, clear, makes me want to buy. Hiring a brand photographer also allows you to have more professional and polished looks that will allow you to increase your sales via your photos again. And here's a little tip that I always recommend. I know hiring a brand photographer can be very expensive sometimes, and right off the bat you may not be able to go about hiring a brand photographer, and that is fine. I didn't hire a professional photographer until 3 years into this business. And so but when you're ready, you will know the time frame that you're ready. You want to make sure that whatever products that you're selling, especially your top seller products, you want to make sure that you want to capture images of your top sellers. So if I made like 15 different items, I don't need to have images of all 15 items. I just need to have like maybe 2 or 3 of my top sellers, especially for bakers. If it's a certain type of pound cake, if it's a certain type of cake, if it's a certain type of strawberry, whatever it is that you make, it depends on what you're making, okay? So if it's a cake, a style wedding cake, let's say, it doesn't have to be a real cake. You can do a dummy tier layers. Or if you wanted to do a real cake, that's fine too. But the point is to make sure that you have that cake ready to go, your top seller, your top design, or even if it's a design that you want to have people to purchase more of. People don't know what it is that you really want to specify in or what your specialty is until they see it, until they see you advertise it. So bring those items to the forefront. Make sure that item is ready to go for photos. Make sure that the item is beautiful as if it is for an order. So you want to make sure that you make the product as if you're selling it for an actual order. Also, you want to make sure that you find someone that allows you to bring in other additional props to help tell your story. Overall, y'all, brand photos give a professional, polished look. I'm gonna be honest with you. You cannot, well, you should not ask for a high ticket price item that you're trying to sell, but your image does not match the price that you're asking. So it's not that the client cannot afford it, it's that you haven't persuaded that client that you are worth that money. Like I said, since COVID, a lot of things has gone online. Everything has been purchased online. So your number one employee is your photo. So make sure that your photo, if it's a, like I said, if it's a wedding cake and you're charging $3,000 for a wedding cake, make sure that it is on a top pristine $3,000 image. Okay, so now I'm not saying don't pay $3,000 for one image, but what I'm saying is that make sure that your image matches the amount of money that you're requesting from your clients. Imagery is so important. I can't say this enough. A picture is worth 1,000 words. All right, so that is it for this quick video on things to know when hiring a professional photographer. But that's not it. I got more for you. So just stick around until next week where I reveal what exactly should you look for. Now we know exactly why we need it and what we want the person to do, but how do I go about finding this person? I'm going to reveal those tips because, like I said, I've been through the process actually twice with my same brand photographer, and so I know a thing or two, and I'm just going to share my experience with that. All right, thank you. Stay tuned.